Hello everyone, hope you are all doing good. In this class we are going to learn about all the problems in exercise 1.1 chapter 1 class 8. So the first question is, using appropriative property you have to find the value of the given problem. See, what is the meaning of the appropriative property? See, in the first video we have learned 6 different types of properties, right? So commutative property, associative property, closure property, distributive property, isn't it? So by using those properties, which one will match to this problem to solve, you have to consider. So by considering those properties you have to solve this problem. So by carefully observe this one, here you have 3 by 5 and here also you have 3 by 5. Now by associative property rearrange the given problem. So here using associative property, rearrange the given problem, that is 2 by 3 into 3 by 5. Consider these term first, that is minus 3 by 5 into 1 by 6. Write 5 by 2 at the last. Now using distributive property, like A into B minus B into C, we can write it as A into B minus C, right? So write it here. 3 by 5 is a common thing. So after taking 3 by 5 as common, what is left here in the first part, that is minus 2 by 3, then minus of 1 by 6 plus 5 by 2, write as it is. Now solve this one. So 3 by 5 write as it is. The LCM of this is 6. Then if you write, if it is 6, 3 into 6 is nothing but 3 ones are 3 twos are 2 into 2 minus 4 you have to write here. Here 6 ones are 6, so you have to write minus 1, so plus 5 by 2. So after this solve this one. 3 by 5 write as it is. This will become minus 5 by 6 plus 5 by 2. So here you can cancel 3 ones are 3 twos are, then here 5 ones are 5 ones are. So in the first part you have minus 1 by 2 plus 5 by 2. Now as the denominator is same, you can add this one. So minus 1 plus 5 equals plus 4 by 2. So 2 ones are 2 twos are. So the answer will be 2. This is how you need to solve this one by using the properties. Here we have used associative property and distributive property. Come to the second problem. Consider the second problem, that is 2 by 5 into 3 by minus 7 minus 1 by 6 into 3 by 2 plus 1 by 14 into 2 by 5. Here we have 3 terms. This is one term, this is second term and this is third term. By using associative property rearrange the given problem, that is consider 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7 as it is. Then consider the last term, that is 1 by 14 into 2 by 5. Then send this to last, that is 1 by 6 into 3 by 2. Next, by using distributive property, now write, see in this 2 is, which is common, 2 by 5, right? So write 2 by 5 first. Here you left with minus 3 by 7 plus 1 by 14. So when you multiply this one, you will get here 3 1s are 3 2s are 3 and 3 6 will get cancelled. Then 1 into 1 1 divided by 2 into 2 4. Now try to solve this one. Write 2 by 5 as it is. Take LCM of this. The LCM of this you will get is 14. Then 3 minus 3 by 7 into 14 means 7 ones are 7 twos are 2 into minus 3 is minus 6 plus 1 minus 1 by 4. So here 2 by 5, so minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5 by 14 minus 1 by 4. So here 5 will get cancelled, 2 ones are 2 sevens are 14. So minus 1 by 7 minus 1 by 4. So the LCM will be 28. So here you will get minus 4, here you will get minus 7. So you will get minus 11 by 28. So this is how you have to solve the second problem. Now let's move on to the second one. So the second question is write the additive inverse of the following. So how to write this one? Consider the first problem, that is 2 by minus 2 by 3. We know that when we add any other the first problem is 2 by 8 plus 2 by 8. So how to find the additive inverse? As we know that when we add another number to the given number, we should get 0, right? So here they will give a, we have to find out minus a, or they will give minus a, you have to find out a. So what number you have to consider to make this 0? Okay, so let us see now how we can find out the additive inverse. So the first question they given is 2 by 8. So as I told you, if they given in positive, you consider negative. That is 2 by 8 plus minus 2 by 8 you have to consider, so that this will give you 2 by 8 plus into minus 2 by 8. So plus 2 by 8 minus 2 by 8 will cancel. So you will get 0. Means what? Minus 2 by 8 is the additive inverse of 2 by 8. Now consider the second problem, that is minus 5 by 9. See here they given minus a, means you have to consider plus a. One thing you remember in this additive inverse, if they given in positive, you consider negative. If they given in negative, you consider positive. Okay, so 5 by 9 plus 5 by 9. So here plus 5 by 9 minus 5 by 9 will get cancelled, you will get 0. So plus 5 by 9 is the additive inverse of the given question. Now come to the third one, that is minus 6 by minus 5. See here it is a small tricky one. See both are minus means what? We may get cancelled. Means what? The given term is plus 5 by 6. Minus minus will get cancelled, right? So the given term is plus 6 by 5. So what we have to consider here? We have to consider minus 6 by 5. Don't consider minus 6 minus 5. Again it will become plus 6 by 5. For any one term, either for 6 or 5, consider the negative. So plus 6 by 5 and minus 6 by 5 will get cancelled. You will get 0. So minus 6 by 5 is the additive inverse of the minus 6 divided by minus 5. So here you have to be little careful. The fourth problem they given is 2 by minus 9. See whether they will give in numerator or denominator. The whole term will be minus only. Okay. So it is, the given question is minus 2 by 9. So how to calculate the additive inverse? So as already they given the negative, you consider positive. Okay. So minus 2 by 9 plus 2 by 9 will get cancelled. You will get 0. So the fifth one is 19 by minus 6. Here also they given negative in the denominator, don't get confused. Okay, whether the negative sign is in denominator or numerator, it doesn't matter, the whole term will be negative only. So as the given negative, you consider the positive, that is plus 19 by 6. So minus 19 by 6 plus 99 by 6 will get cancelled, you will get 0. Means what, whatever you will consider here, that will be the additive inverse of the given problem. Okay, this is how we need to find out the additive inverse. Here only one thing you need to remember, when they given in positive you have to consider the negative, when they given in negative you have to consider the positive, and don't get confused with the negative sign which is given in the denominator. If they not given in the numerator and they given in the denominator, that means the entire term is negative only. Clear? Let's move on to the third one. So third question they given is verify that minus into minus x is equals to x. This problem already we did in textbook problem, I mean that is example problem. Let us see how to verify this one. Consider x already they given, that is 11 by 15. Now multiply minus to x. So when you multiply minus to x on the left hand side, you have to multiply minus on the right hand side also. Clear? Now minus x value is minus 11 by 5. Again you have to multiply one more negative, that is minus into minus x. What will happen? Minus into minus 11 by 15. So as we know that plus into plus, minus into minus is plus, it will become 11 by 15. So plus 11 by 15 is the value of what? X. Means what? Minus of minus x will be equal to x. Now same thing, do it for the b1th. So here negative they given, don't get confused, just consider minus x. Okay, multiply negative to x. At the same time multiply negative to the given number. Whatever the number they will give, you don't worry. Okay, so consider it multiply. So when we know that minus into minus is plus, right? So plus 13 by 17. In the next step we have to multiply one more negative to the minus x. So here also multiply negative to plus 13 by 7. So what you will get, it is minus into plus is minus 13 by 17. See, this is the value of the given x. Means minus of minus x will be equal to plus x. Right? This is how we have to verify the given problem. Now let's move on to the fourth problem. The next problem is you have to find out the multiplicative inverse. As we know that any number they will give, when we do product to that we should get 1, right? So here a into a is a square. So this is wrong. So we have to consider a product in such a way that this number should get cancelled and the product should give 1, right? See here a into a will get cancelled, 1 into 1 is 1. So for any given problem, okay, you have to consider the multiplicative inverse in such a way that the product of these two should give 1. Okay, let's see how to find out the multiplicative inverse for the given problems. Consider the first problem, that is minus 13. See, consider minus 13. So I have to consider here a product so that it should give 1. So if I consider 13 here, 13 into 13 it will become some other number, right? So here I have to consider the reciprocal of this. Okay, so again here we need to be careful. Here they given the term with the negative sign. So here also we have to consider negative because minus into minus plus 1, right? So the product should be plus 1. So to get the plus 1 you have to consider minus 1 by 13. See, 13 will get cancelled, minus into minus plus, 1 into 1 1, right? So this is how you need to consider the multiplicative inverse. Consider the second one, that is minus 13 by 19. So how to solve this one? See, as we know that minus 13 by 19, Again we know that here there is a negative term, we have to consider negative term only. Okay, so 19 should get cancelled, so I will consider 19 in the numerator and 13 in the denominator. So 13 will get cancelled, it will give 1. 19 will get cancelled, it will give 1. So minus into minus plus, 1 into 1 1. So the product will be plus 1 only. So minus 19 by 13 is the multiplicative inverse of minus 13 by 19. Consider the third problem. The third problem is 1 by 5. So this is given in positive, no need to worry about anything. Just to cancel 5, what you need to consider in the another term you think. So if you consider 1 by 5, again it will become 1 by 25, right? So in the numerator consider 5. See, it's nothing but 5 by 1 only. So this one, whether you write or not write, it doesn't matter. So it will be 1 only. Okay. So 5 will get cancelled, it will give 1. So here 5 is the multiplicative inverse of the given number 1 by 5. Consider the fourth one, that is minus 5 by 3 into minus 3 by 7. See, the question is little bit different from the previous one, right? So here they given two terms. So in this case what we have to do, don't worry, just to what is the symbol they given here, solve it according to the question. So here they given multiplication, solve it, minus into minus plus 5 into 3 15, 7 into 3 21. So what term we got here, positive term, right? So don't worry about whether you can consider negative or positive, because product should be plus 1, so that no need to consider negative. So I have to consider 21 here to make it cancel, then 15 in the denominator. To make you confused, they given like this. Okay, so when you solve this one, you will get positive term only. So here they given positive term, no need to consider any of, don't get confused with the signs. So just get write 21 by 15, 21 will get cancelled, 15 will get cancelled, you will get plus 1 only. Clear? Now come to the another problem, that is fifth problem, that is minus 1 into minus 2 by 5. So here also to make you confusion, okay, they given like this. So here also don't worry what is the symbol they given here, according to that to solve the problem. So minus into minus plus 1 into 2 2, in denominator also 1 will be there, 1 into 5 5. So you got is positive term. Now for this consider 5 by 2, 2 will get cancelled, 5 will get cancelled, you left with plus 1. Okay, now consider the last one. So the sixth one is minus 1. So how to cancel this one, minus 1? So as I told you, if the given negative, you have to try to cancel the negative also. So only it will become positive when you consider negative on the another product. So minus into minus plus, right? So to get 1, what you have to consider here, you can consider 1 by 1, isn't it? Or you can consider 1 only, nothing will happen. Okay, so either you can consider minus 1 by 1, or you can directly consider minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1, it will become plus 1. That's it. Come to the fifth problem. Here, what is the question? Read it out. Name the property under which multiplication is used in each of the following. See, here they used the multiplication, right? So we have to tell which property they used in the question. So here, as we know that when you multiply 1 with any number, it is a multiplicative identity. So just by saying the question, you can easily write it as 1 is the multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity is one of the property in the rational number, right? consider the second one. The second problem is minus 13 by 7 into minus 2 by 7 in equals minus 2 by 7 into minus 13 by 17. See here, this term you consider as A, this term you consider as B. So A into B equals B into A. So what kind of property is this? Obviously it is commutative property. Come to third one. So the third problem is minus 19 by 29 into 29 by minus 19 equals 1. So this is what A into 1 by A equals 1, right? So it is what? It is a multiplicative inverse. So the given problem shows multiplicative inverse property. This is how we can find out the property used in the question. Now let's move on to the sixth one. So the sixth problem is multiply 6 by 13 by the reciprocal of minus 17 by 16. So first you need to understand the question properly. You have to multiply 6 by 3 by the reciprocal of 7 by 16. So reciprocal of 7 by 16 is what? Reciprocal of minus 7 by 16 is 16 by minus 7, right? Or you can consider minus 16 by 7. So this is the reciprocal. Now multiply 6 by 13 into 16 by minus 7 equals 16 into 6. You will get 96 divided by 13 into 7 is 91. So negative sign you can consider in denominator or numerator, both are same. So this is a question you need to understand very careful. Read multiple times, you will understand easily. So let's move on to the next one. So the seventh question is, tell what property allows you to compute 1 by 3 into 6 into 4 by 3 as 1 by 3 into 6 into 4 by 3. So what is the meaning of the question? See, which property, okay, allow you to write this one in the form of this one, okay. So consider 1 by 3 as A, consider 6 as B, consider 4 by 3 as C. So as we know that this is associative property of multiplication, right? So this one you can write it as A into B into C. So which type of property is this? Associative property of multiplication. Now let's move on to the eighth one. So the next problem is 8 by 9 the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8 or not? First you have to check it out. If it is yes, why it is a multiplicative inverse you have to tell. If it is not, why it is not a multiplicative inverse, you have to explain it. As we know that multiplicative inverse of any rational number is, that is A in any multiplicative inverse of any rational number is 1 by A, that will gives you 1, right? So consider 8 by 9 check whether given minus 1 into 1 by 8 is a multiplicative inverse or not. Okay, here it is in the mixed fraction. Convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. That is, you have to multiply these two and you will get one number. That number you have to add to this one. That is, 8 into minus 1 is minus 8 plus 1 divided by 8. Okay. So here you will get, when you multiply this one, you will get 8. 8 plus 1 is like, keep minus separate. So consider 1 by 8. Now try to solve this one without a negative sign. What you will get? 8 plus 8 in 8 into 1 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 by 8, consider minus. So 8 by 9 into, when you solve this one, you will get a minus 9 by 8. So it is a multiplicative. It is not a multiplicative inverse, because when you solve this one you will get negative 1, but to say any multiplicative inverse we should get plus 1, right? So it is not a multiplicative inverse. The reason is being the product will gives us negative 1, so it is not a multiplicative inverse. What is the reason for this? Because a into 1 by a equals plus 1, not minus 1. That's why it is not a multiplicative inverse. Now come to ninth one. So the next problem is 0.3 is a multiplicative inverse of 3 into 1 by 3. Again they given the same problem but a little bit different. There they given the number, but here they given the decimal. As we know that decimal we can write it 0 by 3, we can write it as 3 by 10, right? So now we have to check whether 0 by 3 is a multiplicative inverse of 3 into 1 by 3. Now solve this one. What you will get? 3 3 is a 9, 9 plus 1, 10 by 3. Now check it out. The 0.3 value is 3 by 10 and 3 into 1 by 3 value is 10 by 3. 3 3 will get cancelled, 10 10 will get cancelled, it will gives you plus 1. So this 0.3 is a multiplicative inverse of 3 into 1 by 3. So answer you can write, therefore yes, it is a multiplicative inverse. Into 1 by. Now come to the 10th one. So the last problem is write the rational number that does not have a reciprocal. So the question is, if you consider any natural number or whole number or any other integer, you have a reciprocal. Okay, but if you consider 0, okay, 0 doesn't have any reciprocal. 0 is the answer for that. The rational number that are equal to their reciprocal. So which is the rational number that is exactly equal to the reciprocal? We know that 1 and minus 1. Okay, so the reciprocal of 1 is 1 by 1 and the reciprocal of minus 1 is again 1 by minus 1. Those two are what? Exactly equal to each other. See the third question, the rational number that is equal to its negative. So which is the rational number, okay, is equal to its negative? So we know that natural number, if you consider any 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, okay, that value will not be equal to its negative. Okay, like for example 2 is a number and minus 2 is a negative number, is not equal, right? And even 1 also, 1 is not equal to minus 1, right? So only the rational number which is equal to its negative is 0. If it is a plus 0 or minus 0, both are what? Same, right? So this is the last problem, and the 11th problem is fill in the blanks. Let's see what is the answer for that. See the fill in the blanks. Last 11th problem. See, 0 has how many reciprocal? 0 has no reciprocal at all. So the answer is no. The number dash and dash are their own reciprocal. So the answer is 1 and minus 1. Only 1 and minus 1 have their own reciprocal. Okay. So the reciprocal of minus 5. See here you have to be careful. They given minus 5 means 1 by minus 5 is the reciprocal of that. Okay. So when you multiply that you should get 1. The reciprocal of 1 by x where x is not equal to 0 is, obviously we know that x, when they given x, the reciprocal is 1 by x. When they given 1 by x, the reciprocal is x. Just to confuse you, they given x is not equal to 0. So the product of two rational number is always, definitely it is a rational number. So the last one, the reciprocal of a positive rational number is, what is the answer for that? Think. The last question is the reciprocal of a positive rational number is what? Always positive, right? So if it is 2, definitely the reciprocal of this is 2, because product we should get 1. We cannot consider minus 1 by 2, right? So it is always positive. So this ends your exercise 1.1. I hope you understood all the problem. If you have any doubt, please comment in the comment section. I will clear it out. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel and share it to all your classmates and friends. Thank you so much.